Welcome to this week's Ask a Real Estate Professional. I'm Caroline Jackson, and this week I wanted to cover what exactly an investment specialist is. I am an investment specialist because I have been investing for almost 16 years here in Charlotte. Also being a Charlotte native, I have learned the hard way, easy way, most difficult way, and the most proficient way to have a good return on investment when it comes to real estate. This can go to your seasoned investor or someone who wants to get into the real estate investment business. You have several options when it comes to investments. We have our buy and holds, and then we have our rehabs to resell. When you buy and hold, you typically want to be in an area that you can expect 3 to 5 years that home is going to increase substantially in value, and that would be another reason why you would buy, rent, and hold and look at getting your long-term investment while making some small income during the process until that occurs. You have some investors that buy and hold strictly for passive income, that they are generated from the properties and that's their primary point of business. For me personally, that is not what I do, and I can help a client do whatever they kind of want to do within their confines of their business plan. If you want to do a buy and hold as rental properties, passive income now currently, and you're not overly concerned with the long-term aspect of it, there's areas that are conducive that have a higher rent threshold, that a home's going to be in good shape, so you're not going to have a lot of money going into it. When you look at the strategy that I kind of take, I call it my trifecta methodology, and that's something I coined years ago, just from being a very safe, non-risk investor myself. If I go in knowing I'm going to have to rehab a home, the trends in that area I want to be significantly increasing, at least by 35 to 60% the first, second, and third year. I also want to be able to have a tenant in there and that yield cap on rent to be more than at least 30 to 60% of the mortgage payment. So in my world, the reason that makes that a safer investment for me, and people feel differently because of that, and what their comfort levels are, is because you can buy a home $50,000, $60,000, put $10,000 in it, you're out and out at a $60,000, $70,000 mortgage, and that home will rent as a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for around $1,100 to $1,200 a month. You can gain that income during the wait period, because the trends are showing that that same home, after rehab value, is already $120,000. that we're trending into being 180 to 200 plus in the next 3 to 5 years based on the area. These things are not opinion, and I always strongly advise anybody who looks at investment real estate, especially if they're certainly just now getting into it, not to be emotional. You can't be emotional about investment real estate. The numbers dictate where you should be based on the return that you want. You have people who want to rehab. Also not an emotional decision. You just don't pick a neighborhood and say, this is where I want to start rehabbing houses. Numbers and return on investment dictates that. And we have some key areas that are showing massive returns on investments in a very short time. And being a seasoned broker, I have the ability to go back and research those numbers to give you better projections when it comes to where you can expect to be in 2 years. Now, of course, none of these numbers are definitive. All that we can do is hope to derive the numbers, the trends, where they're going, where they're selling, the number of foreclosures, the number of sales and movements in the area, what's the city, local, county area doing to further the economic growth of those areas. And all these things come into play. So it's more of researching the area that shows these numbers and then concentrating on that area and making that area your target point, or areas your target point for where you want to begin your investment career. Whether that be buy holds permanently to end up selling with a time frame on it, which is a long-term hold, or for rehabbing. So if you have any more questions about investments, how to get into that, how to get into a safe strategy that fits your comfort level, to be able to make this a profitable business in real estate and grow, I have a ton of references that can help do that and help you go through the process, whether that's lending, lenders, different types of lenders, contractors when it comes to rehabbing newer homes, older homes, expertise in dealing with Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, foreclosures, and what's the best ones to kind of do, what type of improvements. I have contractors that can kind of guide you in those improvements that will bring the best return on the money versus an emotional opinion of decor, so to speak. So if you have any questions or concerns or just interest at all about the investment business or how to get into it, or if you are an investor looking for someone who is seasoned in this area, feel free to contact me at any time. I'll be more than happy to meet with you and kind of go over what your strategies and your goals are, your short-term and your long-term goals, and pick an area and us, build that relationship to help make those goals come true. Thank you again for spending the time with me and this week's segment of Ask a Real Estate Professional.